The following Dysfunctional Gaming podcast was filmed in front of a live Twitch audience.
Hello, what's happening? We're back again for another edition of Dysfunctional Gaming's Talking D&D. I am Thundercat0420. To the bottom down there is GM Patch Nasty, and across the way is our good friend Dysfunctional Dad. We have a few announcements we wanted to talk about, and I'm just going to send it right over to him. Go for it, bruh.
Hey, what's up? No build up at all. We're good.
I just
good. All right. So this weekend.
That was a pretty good build up, I thought.
All right. That was but yeah.
No, it's no Vandal hosting job, but go on.
So we had a lot going on this weekend.
What do we got going on, DD?
Well, first of all, you guys are going to talk more about this later, but Friday night, War for Garaxia.
Yep.
Yeah.
What time does that start, DD?
Well, that starts at 9-ish.
Yep.
Yeah.
Of course.
And what
happens
episode
after
are we
that?
on there?
What's that?
7?
What episode are we on?
Seven.
Seven. Okay. 7? Okay. 7.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, so that's at 7 o'clock on Friday. On Saturday.
9 o'clock on Friday.
9 o'clock on Friday.
Eastern. PM Eastern.
PM Eastern time. Sorry, hold on. Walk me through the next part. What happens on Saturday?
All right, hey guys, welcome.
Wait. Take 2.
And action. Hey guys, what's happened? Welcome to Dysfunctional Gaming's Talking D&D. I am Thundercat0420. Down there is GM Patch Nasty. And today we are joined by our good friend, everyone knows him as Dysfunctional Dad. He has some good information that he wants to tell us about, and he's about to do it right now. Go.
What's going on, DD?
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for having me. It's Dysfunctional Dad here.
Flawless execution.
Take 3.
This Saturday, team night, 9:30-ish, right? And then at 11 p.m., we are premiering episode 3 of Zombo Force. 3rd episode of season 2. 203. It's wild, guys.
Yeah.
And
What's
it's
so
also
wild about it?
Well, I mean, first of all, we haven't been canceled yet. Second,
Yeah.
yes. Wait for this episode.
Yeah, we have a lot going on in this one.
Yeah, this one is a big episode. We have put a lot of time into this one. It is all original music. It is all music.
It's
all music. It's all original music.
It's a bit of
The
music.
musical?
Yeah, we did a
It's a
musical
musical.
episode.
There you go. How fucking long was that going to take? Gonna take 4? Jesus, shit.
All right. Well, that's enough for me. Bye, guys.
Thanks,
Love you,
DD.
DD.
Bye.
Get out of here. Give me back my space.
There.
Ah,
now he's
give me
over
back
there.
my space. Yeah, musical episode and only 7 episodes. We are going nuts. They have gone off the deep end. They're going 8 episodes. Next episode's a box episode.
So actually, this it would be our 15th episode altogether. Season 2, episode 3. Zombo Force on YouTube. If you go to google.com and write Zombo Force, the top thing is our show on YouTube.
What else is there?
The rest of our episodes on YouTube.
Okay, all right, cool. All right, good.
I think,
good.
Yeah, I think there was a few. Other like zombie related things, but they were.
Yes, all of the above.
There's a few jellies and some jams. So yeah, today's episode is going to be.
Wait, whoa! What did we talk about last week?
Oh, I was gonna say that.
No, I didn't know. I'm sorry. I'm so thrown off. DD, four takes. DD, quad Ds.
Dequadded.
What's the one after cubed? Pyramid. D pyramid.
D. So this week we're going to be talking about oozes and jellies, but last week we did talk about our friend Carlin. We went back and did some more storytelling for our PC that we built at the beginning of our podcasting careers. We started at episode 1. I think we stopped working on her around episode 10. So it's been quite a while for us to go back, and we dedicated a whole episode to her and creating more of her storyline, and I had a lot of fun with that. So if you want to check that out, where you can find that?
! Links in chat, or for all you ear potatoes, Spotify, Anchor FM, all the places you can listen to podcasts. If you want to see the video form, go to YouTube, and you can also watch Zombo Force, which has a musical episode coming out this Saturday at 11 p.m.
Very important. But yes, so
one take.
Yeah, Carlin, our friend Carlin the Gnome. If you want to hear more about her, we did that last week. Here we are. We're gonna talk about oozes and jelly and pudding.
And pudding. You can't forget about pudding. Pudding's the best kind. So let me paint you a picture there, Thundies. You're a veteran explorer. You're walking into this section of a cavern. You see 2 sconces in front of you and about 2 sets of sconces about 80 feet away. The following hallway is immaculate. There is not even a fleck of dust on the stone around it. About 40 feet away from you, you see what looks like a skeleton with a shield and a sword and some coins floating in the air. What do you do?
I attempt to grab the weapons floating in the air. No, of course not. No, I run away and I run away and go, that should not be happening, because that doesn't work like that.
That is the ever famous Gelatinous Cube. Oozes and puddings are quite possibly some of the most underrated monsters in the game. And they're kind of overused depending on what dungeon you go into. But they have a soft spot in my heart, pun intended, because they can literally fit inside of my heart if they chose to, depending on the size of it. And if you wanted to fill a 10-foot trap with a gelatinous cube, you could, because they can do that. What do you got about oozes there, buddy?
I don't like them.
Like as a DM or as a player?
Both. They've never been my favorite. I know they're so great to utilize in games, but they're a pain in the ass. I don't know. I like some of the ideas of what you can do with them, but I don't know. It's kind of weird to me.
I honestly think Gelatinous Cube is right up there with like mimics and mind flayers and demogorgons as like D&D tropey monsters.
Yeah, I would say Gelatinous Cube is definitely up there with like trope. It's definitely a trope monster. But like the other ones,
it's one of my favorites.
The smaller ones and like the puddings and like
there's only 4. There's only 4.
The gray ooze. The gray ooze is like a smaller one that's not like known as well. Like the stuff that
it's not as cool.
But it is, if you look at the variant and stuff, like
well, you can put that on any slime if you want.
Yeah. But I liked what you did with when we played. You had the Gelatinous Cube. I'm not gonna. Well, we'll wait till do that. We'll wait to do that when we talk about past experiences. Let's talk more about the actual monster themselves.
Oozes in a nutshell, they thrive in the dark. They don't like bright light or hot temperatures. They can flow through damp underground, feeding on any creature or object that can be dissolved. They slink along the ground, drip from ceilings. They can squeeze through walls underneath doors. They are the Blob from the 50s. They are a fun monster to utilize. They're drawn to movement and warmth, so you as a person will attract oozes. Um, they eat organic material, so if it breathes or if it's like wood, or sometimes some oozes will eat metal or flesh, some eat bone. Yeah, they eat that. And as I described to Thundercat, veterans explorers know the immaculate clean passageways is a likely sign that an ooze lair is nearby. When they don't have things to feed on, they feed off of algae and grime, other things that lives off a wall that's still like organic material. Do you want to talk about how they kill you there, Thundies? Because it's quite great.
They kill you by slow death. It's painful and boring and slow and painful. And ooze kills its prey slowly. Some varieties, such as black puddings and gelatinous cubes, engulf creatures to prevent escape. The only upside of this torturous death is that the victim's comrades can come to the rescue before it's too late. Since not every ooze digests every type of substance, some have coins, metal gear, bones, and other debris suspended within their quivering bodies. A slain ooze can be a rich source of treasure for its killers.
But yeah, as you said, it's if you can kill it. I mean, they're fairly, all of them are really easy to hit. They've got a lot of HP, but most of them do terrible, terrible things if you hit them, depending on what you hit them with, or if you try to loot the goodies and they're still alive.
Yes.
The thing that I like about oozes and what Out of the Abyss taught me is they're a spawn of Jubliex. As it says here, the Demonomicon of Igville and other sources, oozes are scattered fragments of offspring of the demon lord Jubliex, and also known as the Faceless One. In Out of the Abyss, when I ran it, he's got like a black pudding with eyes kind of feel. So imagine like you melted down 6 hot glue gun sticks with some black pigment and a bunch of googly eyes, and made it about 4 feet tall. Most of the time, oozes have no sense of tactics or self-preservation. They are direct and predictable. However, if they're under the control of Jubliex, they exhibit glimmers of sentience and malevolent intent, which is absolutely fucking terrifying, because oozes, no matter what level player you are, suck. They suck. Am I an ooze? Yes. Yes, Korath, you are an ooze. No tactics or self-preservation. But yes, it's a terrifying thought to have like a black pudding that knows, hey, I'm hungry and I know there's fucking people here. I'm gonna go slink and stick to the ceiling and then flop around and then drop on one of them. That terrifies my soul inside. And they don't require you to sleep.
Nope. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. They're not, I don't know. They're not sentient. I don't know. They're not. I feel like there's a lot of monsters that are like humanoid and require sleep. Like, it just makes sense. But these are just, I don't even know what to explain. Like, they're just monstrosities. They're oozes. Yeah. They're a jello mold that wants to eat you.
Yeah, they're an acidic jello mold. They will eat the cherries. There are no limes in your green jelly.
So like,
that's a good thing. That's a good thing, though.
So my thing about this is like, they're on their own. How do they get created other than being a spawn of like a Jubliex? Like, are they split in half by someone and the other one like just like takes off? It's like, bye.
It might. That's entirely possible.
How do they create more? I've always wondered that.
That's what you're for. That's what you as a DM is for, to be like, well, this is missing this. Why are there oozes? Is there an ooze plant Is there a factory runoff from this ooze plant that is creating these terrible things?
It's like that one day. That one day, the gelatinous cube is just like chilling, rolling down the fucking tunnel, and then it hits a grate, and it just splits into like 6,000 different pieces, and it's like, damn, I'm a lot of people now. I'm a lot of the gelatinous cubes, and they just all spread out and go their own way, and then eventually start getting bigger and bigger, and then now there's thousands of gelatinous cubes. Like, is that what happens?
That's terrifying. That's fucking terrifying. Little itty bitty baby gelatinous cubes. Well, I mean, that wouldn't be as bad.
What am I, an ooze biologist?
But that's the good thing about having oozes. Is like, if they're not sentient, they're unwilling servants. Like, you could have an ooze be trapped in a shithouse, and that's the way you take care of your poop. You could, they do it in Out of the Abyss. They have a gray ooze because they get all their water from a waterfall, and there's a gray ooze that lives in the pool and just feeds off the trash they drop down. It's a terrible symbiotic relationship, and I was like, this is gross. I like it. Don't jump in the pool.
Right.
But if you're a mad wizard who's trying to build their own dungeon, use a couple of braziers and get yourself a gelatinous cube. It's gonna live there. It's not gonna leave that fucking light unless you have cracks in your in your walls, because then you have well, I wouldn't say a rampaging gelatinous cube, because they don't travel that quickly.
Yeah, right. Unless they're huge.
Still, I mean, if they're still huge,
they'll make a real big one.
Like a big 15-foot room.
No, I was thinking
or
like
a 30-foot room.
30, 40 foot. Like, it just rolls through fucking shit. Just like, see, you say that they don't like, they like dark places and stuff. I feel like why stop them there? Like, summon a fucking 60-foot gelatinous cube that just rolls through a city and just picks up everything.
Because that's Katamari Damacy, and that's a video game.
So,
well, I mean, you could do that. You could do that.
D&D.
But they're not sticky.
No, I mean, like, they roll through and like engulf every house, and then all of a sudden the house is pulled up, and then the next house is pulled up.
Because they don't. That's the thing about like oozes and puddings. They don't move fast. Like, you say roll, and roll is like a trudge.
Think of like a all right. A black pudding can move 20 feet at a time.
Yes.
That's a small little, like, it's a large ooze, but it's still like, that's small compared to a 60-foot ooze.
Yes.
A 60-foot ooze would probably go 60 to 80 feet at a time.
No, they're still slow. Because would you alter their stats at all?
Yes.
If you were to make, I would not. I would just make its strength and its con a little bit higher. That's because that's the thing about oozes. They're not dexterous. I would not, like, moving down into their stat blocks like a pudding, -3 dex. That's appropriate. It's
I wouldn't change much on the dex, but I'd say they could move for farther because they're bigger. They take up more space, so they're gonna take up more. They're gonna get further every time. Think of a 5-foot tall man taking one step, and then think of a 6.5-foot tall man taking a step. His step's gonna be bigger.
What's a giant speed compared to a human speed in D&D? Guess you got your monster manual out right there.
Well, human speed is 30, right?
Yeah, I'm just at 30 is base. If a giant has at least 20 feet more movement, I will give your argument validity. If it says 30 feet of movement, I'm calling bogus right now.
Okay, let's do this. Why can't I find the page? Having issues. That's a djinn. We're close. Oh, here we are.
Hang on.
Giants. A fire giant is 30 feet of movement. A cloud giant is 40 feet.
Okay.
A hill giant's 40, 40. A storm giant's 50.
Okay.
Stone giant's 40.
Your argument has validity. I'd probably give it like 35 if we were gonna give it more speed. Like I wouldn't give it something crazy, but it's just a big pudding. The problem with puddings is if you try to, it's not how quick they move. It's what they do as a non-magical item, because no one has a magic house at that point. It's a creeping death. It's still the blob.
Right, and
the
house isn't moving, so
yeah, the house is going nowheres. But we talked a little bit about oozes. You want to get into what type of ones?
Yeah, let's talk about the black pudding. We'll just go through the list in order.
One of my favorite ones. Black pudding is, I want to say, worse than a gelatinous cube, because it looks like a sticky sludge mound, and if it's in a dim passageway, it kind of looks like a shadow, like a dark shadow, like it's very, very dark. And flesh, wood, material, metal, and bone dissolve when the pudding ebbs over them. So there's nothing. No remnants. There's no telltale signs. Black puddings are usually one of my favorite oozes to put in a trap. Like a 10-foot hole, let's throw a fucking pudding in there. Why not? They're big. They can fit in there. They're a pudding. Why not? Thundercat.
What?
You want to get into the cube, or
no?
You want me to go?
Let's talk about the pudding some more. Let's finish talking
about. All right. So, puddings, like all oozes, are amorphous. They can move through a space as narrow as an inch without squeezing. Terrifying. Most oozes will have the corrosive form. So any creature that touches a pudding or hits it with a melee attack within 5 feet of it or of it takes 1d8 acid damage. Not that bad. This is where it gets worse. Anything non-magical weapon made of metal or wood that hits the pudding corrodes. After dealing damage, the weapon takes a permanent and cumulative -1 penalty to damage rolls. If this penalty drops to -5, the weapon is destroyed. Non-magical ammunition made of metal or wood hits the pudding that is destroyed after dealing damage. It can eat through 2-inch thick non-magical wood or metal in 1 round. Fuck that. It can also it has spider climb, which means it can climb surfaces such as ceilings or anything without needing to make any ability checks. It has a pseudopod attack. Once again, the bad part about that is that also destroys your armor at that point if it's not magical. The worst things about it, it's immune to most conditions like frightened, prone, exhaustion, deafened. You can't charm it. There's no reasoning with it. But it's also immune to acid, cold, lightning, and slashing damage. If you hit a pudding or most oozes with slashing or lightning damage, you are fucking yourself for later, because it will use its reaction to split. If it has at least 10 hit points, it will split into 2 puddings. Each pudding has hit points equal to half rounded down to the remaining pudding. So let's put it this way. A pudding, normal black pudding, 85 hit points. I slash at it with my great axe. It does no damage. There are now 2 medium-sized black puddings, each with 44 HP? 42 HP? 42.
42. Well, you would take the damage though, so it'd be less than that.
No. It is immune to slashing damage.
Oh, that's right.
It is immune to slashing damage. It is immune to this. So it takes 0 damage.
Yeah, it just splits it, and yep.
Yep, and then you have 2 things that can wear down your attacks.
And I would say 43 damage, because it's always rounded up.
It says rounded down. It's this little blurb, it says rounded down. That's the one thing it gets me. Yeah. But that's terrifying, because then you have 2 things that can rip at your armor If you hit them again, they're going to eat at your weapon because you also take that -1 to your weapon damage at that point too. It's mean. It's it's a way to rip your players of things and not feel bad about it because then they learn. It's a dirty DM monster. If they have a bunch of loot and you want them to piss through it, if they looted a goblin camp, okay, you got short swords, cool. How many you got? Let's see how many it burns through real quick. Oh, arrows, ooh. But they also have blind sight, so they just know when things are close to them within 60 feet. They're blind beyond that, but if you're within 60 feet of a pudding, you're warm and it knows you're there. No, I don't like that. I don't like that.
Takes a little while to get to you, but
It takes a little while because it can only go 20 feet a turn, but it can climb, and you can't see it. It might be too late. And at that point, there might be something later on in the dungeon that can just stab you because you have no armor.
Moving on to the Gelatinous Cube, probably the tropiest of the four.
My favorite.
Gelatinous cubes scour dungeon passages in silent, predictable patterns, leaving perfectly clean paths in their wake. They consume living tissue while leaving bones and other materials undissolved. Gelatinous cube is all but transparent, making it hard to spot until it attacks. A cube that is well fed can be easier to spot since its victim's bones, coins, and other objects can be seen suspended inside the creature. There's a little blurb on the monster manual that they throw the little like quotes and stuff in from the different.
Wait. Before you read it, can you read it as Malcolm Sandy Fingers, please?
Sure.
I did not get to hear it this week, and I missed your voice.
Sure. So yeah, there's a blurb that they put in the books depending on the different monsters. They'll have little quotes from different adventurers or nobles or something like that. This one is from Jaster Holoquill. The dungeon's floors were spotless. That should have been our first clue.
Love it. I love it. I was like, ooh, the dungeon floors are spotless. That's a lot of S's. Come on, Malcolm.
The dungeon floors were spotless. From the Journal of Jaster Holoquill on his first exploration of the Undermountain.
Oh, fuck that place.
Going over to the Gelatinous Cube, it has 84 hit points. So, once again, slashed into 2. No, they don't have split.
They don't. No, they don't have split. They have something worse.
They get Ooze Cube. This cube takes up an entire space. Other creatures can't enter the space, but a creature that does so is subjected to the cube's engulf and has disadvantage on the saving throw. Creatures inside the cube can be seen but have total cover. A creature within 5 feet of the cube can take the action to pull a creature or object out of the cube. Doing so requires a successful DC 12 strength check. And the creature making the attempt takes 10 or 3d6 acid damage. The cube can hold only one large creature or up to 4 medium or smaller creatures inside it at a time. That's crazy. Transparent. Even when the cube is in plain sight, it takes a DC 15 with wisdom perception check to spot a cube that has neither moved nor attacked. A creature that tries to enter the cube space while unaware of the cube is surprised by the cube.
Terrifying. It has a pseudopod attack. Hooray. As they all do. They do acid damage.
But it has engulf.
Oh boy, what does that do?
The cube moves up to its speed. While doing so, it can enter large or smaller creature spaces. When the cube enters a creature's space, the creature must make a DC 12 dexterity saving throw. On a successful save, the creature can choose to be pushed 5 feet back or to the side of the cube. The creature that chooses not to be pushed suffers the consequences of a failed saving throw. On a failed save, the cube enters the creature space and the creature takes 10 acid damage or 3d6 and is engulfed. The engulfed creature can't breathe, is restrained, and takes 21 or 66 acid damage at the start of each of the cube's turn. When the cube moves, the engulfed creature moves with it. An engulfed creature can try to escape by taking an action to make a DC 12 strength check. On a success, the creature escapes and enters a space of its choice within 5 feet of the cube. Boom. That's terrifying.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna pick you up and eat you. And now you're gonna come with me and I'm gonna eat your friends.
I'm gonna go try to eat those buddies of yours over there.
Mm-hmm. I really do love the Gelatinous Cube so much. It is a tropey monster, but there's a reason it's tropey because of that. You see a bunch of coins floating in the air. Make a perception check. I got a 12. You see a bunch of coins floating in the air and you don't know why. I would like to grab said coins. Okay. Make a dexterity saving throw. Which way do you want to be pushed? I don't want to be pushed at all. Okay.
You're getting pushed. How do I get pushed? Bloop.
Yep. I don't want to be pushed. We're going to move on to the Gray Ooze. Gray Oozes are fun. Gray Ooze is stone turned to liquid by chaos. When it moves, it slithers like a liquid snake rising to strike. Once again, they're super easy to hit. Gelatinous cubes, all oozes, they have a less than an AC of 10. This one has stealth, which it can squeeze through mortar, which kind of terrifies me. Resistant to acid, cold, and fire. Does not have the split thing. However, it corrodes metal, so any non-magical weapon made of metal that hits the ooze corrodes. So you can hit it with a quarterstaff or anything else, and it's fine. It's amorphous, so it can squeeze through a space narrow as an inch. While it remains motionless, it is undistinguishable from an oily pool or a wet rock. That's the part where you get your players. You have a murky pond inside of this cave. It's a roper and a gray ooze. Two monsters that, on paper, aren't terrible. But when they have the drop on players, not good. It has a pseudopod attack. That's where you'll get players. If it's got armor, non-magical metal armor, it will corrode it. So clerics and paladins and fighters alike, watch out, because the gray ooze will eat your shit.
Yep. I feel like the gray oozes are kind of, I don't feel like they're the easier ones.
They are the easier ones. It's just the fact that you can't, the false appearance like a gargoyle, since they're not beefy like a gargoyle, they make a really good like side enemy to a fight. Because you're fighting a bunch of drow.
They only move 10 feet.
But they can climb.
Also 10 feet, though. So they can only go 10 feet at a time still.
But they're also medium-sized creatures.
Right.
That's where that's where it differs, because the other ones are all large.
All right, we're on to the jelly, the ochre jelly.
Ogre jelly.
Ochre jelly are yellowish blobs that can slide under doors and through narrow cracks in pursuit of creatures to devour. They have enough bestial cunning to avoid large groups of enemies. An ochre jelly follows at a safe distance as it pursues its meal. Its digestive enzymes dissolve flesh quickly, but have no effect on other substances such as bone, wood, and metal. So armor class is 8. It has 45 hit points. It can only climb 10 feet or go 10 feet. It's resistant to acid, immune to lightning and slashing. It's immune to blinded, charmed, deafened, exhaustion, frightened, and prone. And it has blind sight 60 feet. And it's blind beyond that radius. It's amorphous. We've seen that one already. The jelly can move through a space as narrow as 1 inch. It has spider climb to climb difficult surfaces without an ability check. It has pseudopod, which we talked about in the other ones. And it also has split. So it's a little mix of all of them. It's just like a smaller version of all of them.
Less beefy. But it's still got a decent amount of HP. The big thing is it does not get rid of your stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't ruin your armor and stuff. Cool. That's the oozes and the puddings.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot. They kind of go hand in hand with molds and slimes, but that's a different episode. They're not really. They're more slimes and molds are more traps than they are monsters.
Mm-hmm. I just got really bright.
I saw that.
Pulled up my notes here.
So, as you said, you don't really use oozes.
No, but I did. I did that one time.
Mm-hmm.
We
How'd
used
it go?
it. We used it in the Doom Vault. You guys started in the ooze pits. It was okay. It was good. I think you went through one room and then you were like, "Nope, we're out of here," and never went back there because of how terrifying it was.
You killed
but
my
I-
seagull.
That's right. I remember. One of your games that we had a Gelatinous Cube friend.
That's out of the abyss, to be honest with you. I don't want to take any credit for it. That was in there, and I went, that makes sense. Sure, fuck it, let's go.
That was
There's
fun.
a gelatinous cube in out of the abyss because the demon lords are breaking out of the abyss and wreaking havoc on the material plane. But there's one little dungeon in it that kind of stands out to me because it's nothing but oozes. It's just gray oozes and one gelatinous cube, and I went, that's weird. The gelatinous cube is sentient. Okay. Why? Oh, because Jubilex is around. Neat. Let's see where this goes. And then I kind of talked like a little kid with him. And, well, I don't know what you guys are doing. You're exploring? I want to go. That sounds like fun. I can't wait to do it again to the Sunday group that I'm bringing through again through this. I want to give like a couple of oozes sentience like in the future, but no. Because smart and terrifying is not a way to go through life. But I've also kind of made some oozes in the past. Like there's magmoos. So it's basically lava with ooze properties. So if you touch it, you take lava damage. And then if it engulfs you, you take lava damage and you die. It's terrifying.
I like it.
I like oozes.
I know there's a Join the Party podcast. They do a D&D real actual play. They had a gelatinous cube that was like one of the NPCs, and he was always with that. Like it was pretty good how they did it. No one he was always trying to act like he was a human, so he'd like wear clothing and stuff. It was like really silly, but they did a good job with it. It was funny.
I have now, so that has sparked me to have an idea. So have a gelatinous cube, but like just have him emote through the skeleton on the inside.
The skeleton on the inside of him moves around.
Yeah. Skeleton. No, please. What?
Or it's like, they're amorphous, so they can form their body to be around the skeleton. So it's like has arms and legs and a head, but it's all see-through, and it's just like the gelatin around like the outline of the person of the bones. So that it's like
it's so great.
It would look like the B-Max, is that his name from Baymax?
La 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 la. Yeah,
Baymax. But it's see-through, and you can just see the bones in it. That's what it would look like.
Sorry, my boss texted me.
Oh, no problem.
We aren't working tomorrow because long story short, his oven fucked the bed and he broke his foot open, and he's that type of person who's gonna work. Well, yeah, so his oven shit the bed and he was trying to fix it, and then it dropped on his foot and split his foot open. Yeah, and he's been working the past 2 days on it because he's that type of person. Thundercat. Myself. And he's making the call, and I was like, dude, your health is far more important than a paycheck. So take the fucking day.
I got tomorrow off too, so.
Hey, I do too now. Anyway, you were saying before I was distracted by broken foot.
I was saying la 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 la.
Blah la la. Yeah, Baymax. I thought about that, like making like a healing jelly.
There's another type of.
I've put so much thought into puddings and oozes. Like, have like a wizard who's just canning jars of like fucking gelatinous cubes and slowly like weeding out towns and taking them over. And all the players find are these fucking glass jars that say the wizard's name, and it's got a picture of him going like this. Have it like Rick or some shit. Like, because I like gelatinous cubes and like oozes because they're putty patrol. They don't say shit. They just
imagine like getting a sentient oozes and being like, okay, listen, I will feed you, but I have to put you in these glass bottles. and
you don't even say shit to them. No, you just hit them with a lightning bolt and they split out. And then you fucking jar them.
You have to get them in the jar. You're not going to want to put your hands around them. Then you're in trouble.
That's what you got adventurers for. Either they do it or they don't.
That's the whole point of the sentience part. You
but
say,
they're not
hey,
sentient.
I'm going. No, but you make them sentient, and you say, hey, yeah, you're the DM. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
I don't want to. I want to make a crazy fucking Schmuckers plan. That's what I want to do.
But you incentivize the sentient jellies to get into said jelly jar, and when the person that you sold it to wants to eat some jam on their toast, your plan comes to fruition.
It eats the fucking knife it's going to get spread on, and then the person, oh god,
it goes like up their hand and it's gone. Yeah, and then you own the town, crazy wizard man.
And then you get the potion shop. You drink all those potions, become immune to everything, and then you put more jellies in them, and then you expand.
And while you're at it, sell a bunch of books. Remember, if you could sell books in D&D, you will be able to be rich in gold.
Not gonna lie, we were at a library on our Monday campaign yesterday, and I don't sleep as my little fucking warlock, and I went, I have a bag of holding, and I'm not sleeping in this library. I could just literally pocket all these books, and then black market books, and make a fucking fortune.
How much are they? How much are the books a piece? 25. I'll sell these for $22 to you. You can sell them for 22 gold. You sell them for 23 gold. You'll make a gold off. I make it. We're making money here.
Yeah. I never want to be inside you guys' heads. It's scary. It is a little bit. You're not wrong. Well, the thing is, Fuzz, like the monster manual only gives me so much, and if something doesn't have sentience, it's a bad guy who doesn't complain. It's a zombie. It just eats. But zombies certainly can complain. They can certainly die. Oozes are big. If you give me a little bit of a tool, like if you give me an inch, I'm gonna try and go a mile with it. That's the thing. Like zombies. If we ever do an episode of zombies, there's only like 4 or 5. But you throw on that undead constitution onto things, it's a zombie. That's scary.
We could always talk about flamingos.
Well, yeah, Pink Flamingo Island. That was terrifying. I hated that. I don't, as a player, and Patch I'm not a big fan of I like zombie movies, but I don't like zombies because they're like a gelatinous cube, but in horror form because they just eat and go and eat and eat and eat. That's another topic for another day. Magmoos, I've made the ooze people from Futurama.
Okay.
Like, you remember those water people? Those were fun. Those were fun
that's
to make.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I'm thinking like the gelatinous cube would look like with the bones sticking around in it. Like...
glows when it gets dark.
Yeah, trying to be like a human, like walking behind the party.
I love oozes. I love, honestly, Monster Manual is one of my best friends because it's so full of information and it's not.
You like monsters a lot.
Mhm.
I don't put as much work into like creating monsters. I try to put monsters in where they kind of go. Where if you're in like a city, I try to put in the right monsters that would be in that said area. Or but what I do, but I update them. You've had
Yeah.
you've had plenty of battles with things that you don't know what's going on. It's just I don't. It's not like I'm not going and being like, oh, dragons. I'm gonna take this type of monster and just totally reinvent it into something else. I don't necessarily go that far.
I've done that.
I should.
It's fun. It's real fun.
Honestly, it's been a while since I've done any like campaign planning or like world building, and I'm really missing it. So I might be getting back into it soon, and I might be doing world building on stream. So
hey, welcome to the club.
I don't know if I won't. I don't think I'll do campaign planning on stream because I don't trust you guys. But I'll do world building. I'll let you guys learn about Vrist on stream. But yeah.
That's the like I'm not gonna watch that because I'm like I don't want to know. 2 knows nothing. 2
that's
actually
fine.
gonna love it, and then I'm just gonna be like, shit, I don't get to know any of this in character. Fuck me sideways.
Yeah. Is there any? I don't know. This is a good question. Is there any other monsters that are even remotely close to oozes or jellies? Like, there's nothing else. Like, the only thing I could think of is like a rust monster where they have that like rust property that
The corrosive, like
corrosive
I mean,
hurts your
engulf, like certain aspects. Nothing has split. I'm almost 110% positive.
Zombies do have cut a limb off though.
Those are Strahd zombies. Will keep it's not split. It's not if it tries to take this damage, which it can't take. It then gives it half HP and 2 more monsters, and then you would just have a crawling hand at you. That's a little different, but split's the thing that really sets oozes apart. And then each ooze, 2 of them having the "I'm gonna take your shit." The one of them that means I'm just gonna eat you, and then the other one where it's kind of smarter than the rest of them, but it's not as bad. Is that's what really sets oozes apart from like it's something that it lacking sentience can do so much and then not have to say a word about why you're doing it. Like if you're in a dungeon and you bump into an ooze, there's a reason that ooze is there, but you don't get to know it until you figure out who made the dungeon or if the dude who made the dungeon's still in that dungeon because he's a demi-lich. I mean, that's entirely possible. It's the way I operate. Oozes serve a purpose other than just eating the players. I need a clean house. I don't have anything made from, organic material. Why wouldn't I have a gelatinous cube clean my stone house? Because I live in the top floor and it's only on the bottom floor. It's the perfect maid. It's also the perfect guard dog. Because if I leave my second floor, I'm a dead man. If somebody comes in and tries to break in and steal my shit, I don't need to call the guards. You got to deal with my stuff. But then if they leave the door open, I'm fucked. I gotta get a new one. Oh well.
They're like, oh fuck, we're out of here. This is running out.
No, it's all right. It's all right. I'll just put up a bounty in the bounty board. Be like, looking for some strong adventurers to take on a gelatinous cube. I want you to bring it back to my house and then shut the door when you leave. 500 gold if you survive. 1,000 gold if you do it.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I was trying to think if there's anything even. Yeah, there's nothing even remotely close, other than like the zombie having the Strahd zombie having
the Strahd zombie. It's
cut off arm, limb, whatever it can cut. It's still
the
attack.
leg, the torso. Yeah. It's still rough.
And then like the rust monsters with the corrosive ability. Is there any other like amorphous things? Anything that can like change?
I want to say like water elementals, maybe air elementals.
That's who I was thinking of. Water elementals. I was trying
Fire
to think
elementals.
of. Yeah, that's who.
Earth elementals can't do it, but they can pass through stone. I think naturally they can burrow through earth. That's a different thing. But oozes having a lot of different things from a lot of different traits, like different monsters, they make them something their own. That's the oozes are their own thing. There's a lot of other things that try to be oozes, but they're not.
True.
There's like engulf is kind of like anything that can eat you, and you get swallowed. But the fact it's still the it's a gelatinous cube. That's the big thing, because then it doesn't take. What doesn't the gelatinous cube take? If I remember correctly, it doesn't take. Oh no, it takes everything. It takes it like a champ. You just can't do anything terrible to it.
Yeah. So the elementals have their forms. So it's actually not really amorphous. It's just who they are, and they just can like flow like water if they're water, or flow like fire if they're fire. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's cool that there's not a lot of like crossover with other monsters.
I mean,
for
only
oozes.
thing that's like kind of like them is slimes and mold, but they're not monsters. They're just elemental traps. I want to think that oozes are elemental traps with HP. That's really what they are. I want to take your stuff, or you just got some new shinies. It's mine now. Here's a gelatinous cube. Here's some more shinies, if you don't die. But I like to tweak monsters and give them their own little cultures.
That's the thing, is I need to start doing that more. Is there? Yeah, I think a healing one and healing ooze would be fun.
Like a friendly ooze, like a marmalade. I want to call it like. Think about it. I mean, you got pudding, you got ooze, you got jelly. Why isn't there a fucking marmalade? The marmalade sound like that. Even to say sounds pleasant. Marmalade, like that's a healing word in all on its own. First level.
How would it work? How would it?
I really think it would be like the sentient, like kind of like.
Oh, geez, your cat's walking on the cattails behind you.
Well,
that was fucking crazy.
I want to say it's like it's got the false appearance, so it looks like kind of like just mud on the ground, but it knows if you're like hurt. Like it can sense that you're hurt, and then it will like it'll stick to you, and then try to engulf you and spit you out when you're good. That's how I think its HP diminishes as it gives you HP. It's a friendly trap. It's a friendly trap monster
that kills itself for you.
Yep. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know any other monsters that give like. I got nothing, man. That's what I got.
What if it? Okay, hear me out here.
Go on.
What if it's like a wizard's or a cleric's like a cleric's healing spell or something?
That's the flavor for it? I mean,
that would be so cool.
I rub my hands together as I start to spring apart this putty as I put it on.
It could be the what's the one with that Jester does with the was it unicorns? They were or I don't know. There's like
healing spirit.
Healing spirit. It could just be an ooze that you go over to and it like sops up on top of you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not.
I don't know. I was trying to think of some other way we could do it. So hear me out here. So there's an anime called I Died and Reincarnated into a Slime.
Sure. Go on.
And the slime it has the sentience of the person who died. The person then can, but it's a slime, so it engulfs like everything. But when it engulfs everything, it learns like, so if it engulfed the sword, it would learn how to make swords or something, and then if it engulfed a human, it would know like whatever that human knew. Like it would level up
So
basically.
like an empathic slime.
Yes.
Well, that's kind of funny because I wanted to like ask the question about like why isn't there like a mood ooze, like Ghostbusters style, like the mood slime, Wizards of the Coast? Why don't you have more things that influence a player's mood? Do it. You won't. At me. Anyway, like
You should clip that one, Fuzz, and we'll send that Twitter.
like I've always thought that was a good thing, and like make your party fucking murder each other. Like that was kind of cool. Just like a little like have like a 10 HP jelly that drops onto a player, and the player has to make X save DC. I don't know, depending on the challenge rate. Let's say 15. Otherwise, it becomes hostile with the party. It becomes hostile with the people around it.
That's such a good like layer action.
Yo. Okay. All right.
You do
I
like
got it. We're good.
you have here we are again. You have the crazy cleric. You have the crazy cleric, dude. That encapsulates all the fucking oozes. His healing spirit is a healing ooze that he throws out on the ground that heals him, and his lair actions when you finally get to his chemistry lab where he bottles oozes and sells them to people as jelly. We're going back to this guy. He
like
has a lair action in his place where random jellies fall down and land on their shoulders and then make them hostile to people. Hello, Kingly.
Hi, Kingly. How are you? So I like it. So we're gonna go. All right. So we really want to go cleric on this big bad
I don't
evil
know.
guy.
I was just trying to
up?
think of how I could encapsulate the.
I got something.
The healing slime.
He's a warlock of Jubilee X.
Okay, we can go.
Trying to take over the ward. Trying to take over the world, bottling oozes and slimes, and then the lair action I love, but I want to one up it a little bit more. Have like a couple other healing slime, like other different type of slimes, and something in the potion lab or the cannery explodes near this player, and then I roll a d4, and then it could be the mood slime, it could be the healing slime.
I like it.
I need two more. Do we want to do?
Oh, one's sticky. It like sticks you in place.
Oh, it's a restraining slime, like an adhesive. Okay.
Yeah.
I finished my newest fighter, and I love it. He uses no weapon and armor. That's a monk, my friend.
Or a barbarian.
Or a barbarian. No, because he'll just crush our head, got a grip.
Nope.
Human with ooh, okay. I'll read that in a second here. That's the length of text. What's the fourth one gonna be? Ooh, confusion slime.
Confusion.
Like you got them, like it just, and then you just got. It's like a glitter bomb.
It goes all over your face and you can't see you're blinded. You're blinded.
Glitter slime.
You're like, oh no.
All right, so human tavern brawler, feat battle master fighter with unarmed fighting style, a level in monk for unarmed defense fighter, underground fight club champion under a tavern and reskin maneuvers to dirty tactics. That's a lot. That's a lot of words. I understood about half of them. I wish you would apologize for your cruel language at me.
I understand all of the words. I just don't know how they all go together.
They punch things.
Yeah, tavern brawler, feet.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
Thank
fighter
you.
with unarmed fighting style. What level are you? What level did you make
Please say
this?
at least 5.
I was gonna say I think it's probably a 5, but no. Yeah, it would be 5, I think, because you'd have to get your feet unless you're human with the feet.
3. Okay, there it is.
You're human with the variant then.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Waiting
That makes sense.
patiently.
That makes sense then.
Okay.
Cool. Well, good luck with that.
Welcome in.
Yeah, and welcome in, Kingly. I think we've talked about oozes quite a bit here today.
We haven't talked about Jubilee X, but we could save that for Demon Lords. That we can make
Yeah.
a whole episode about that.
Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah.
We created a few
But
new oozes. We even made a warlock.
Yep. Look out, Carlin. I could punch, use flurry of blows, then with the grab from the feet, use commanding strike to make our rogue attack the guy I'm holding. Oh, that's so mean. You, get over here. Stab this motherfucker. Whap, whap.
You've oozed on the oozes. Yeah, we've been oozed all over.
Ooh, wait, no, I take back. I take it all back but the glitter slime bomb. We talked about oozes and we're both huge Ninja Turtle fans. Why didn't we put the last ooze be something that mutates them? For the love of God, friend.
All right, so you roll a d6 now. We have one. We just keep adding
I got a
oozes.
4 on my d4. Why are you rolling more dice? You'll see. You'll see. You look like a turtle now. Body shots, body shots.
You look like you're reverting into a small turtle. It's the opposite ooze. You're not a Ninja Turtle. You're just a regular old box turtle. Hey.
Fuck body blow.
So yes, that was. I actually had a lot of fun talking about oozes, and I didn't think I was going to.
See, I'm telling you, man. Just next time we go to the Monster Manual, let me just flap through the pages and be like, oh yeah, no one ever uses these, and I use these all the time. They're great. You use something that I don't use often, and they're underrated, and I think they're great. Manticores.
They're my favorite. I think they're my favorite
They're
monster.
such dickheads. Hey, you're a fucking piece of shit. Flap, 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 flap,
All right, bye, you assholes.
Bye, later. Fucking snooze, you lose, sucker.
Your mother.
Oh, yeah, fuck you. Flap, 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 flap. Bye.
Poof. He just like flies away. He's like giving the finger the whole way. I want to see. Oh, we got to do a team of them, like fucking 6 or 7 of them. They're all from Boston. Hey, fuck you. Hey,
They
Tom.
got little coats on and everything. They're the T-cores. They're the fucking T-cores. Hey, we got Rizzo over here. Hey.
Get out of here, bro. You're in my space.
Whoa. Talk to me like that with that mouth on. Why I oughta.
They're all just big dickheads.
That's what I hate myself because now I know I don't have to work. I'm just gonna be like, all right, Jersey Manticores. Let's write this fucking encounter down real quick.
That'll be a different podcast, different day. Let's do some outro plugs. I want to talk about what we do on Mondays.
Zombo Force on Saturday, 11 o'clock. It's a musical episode. You should be there. If you're not there, you should go to the YouTube, look for the Squid, Dysfunctional Gaming, 11 o'clock, Saturday, musical episode of Zombo Force 203, episode 18, right? Am I right?
No, 15.
Fuck you.
We did 12
Damn it, I was so
and
close.
then 3.
All right,
This is-
Saturday, 11 o'clock.
This is take 4. We're going to start over the whole stream.
Welcome to
DD.
Talking D&D. We're going to
DD.
talk about oozes. DD, get back in here.
If you want to join our YouTube, it's all in the links that FuzzRab just threw up. Hello, Vandal. If you want to
Hi,
join
Vandal.
us in Discord, we do a lot of Tavern talk in there. We talk about sports. We talk about wrestling. We talk about the green leaf marijuana. We have a good talk about that stuff. Come on, hang out with us. We'd love to see you there.
Do it, you won't.
On Mondays,
Or you
we
will.
do. Yeah, we hope you do. On Mondays, we do Survival Night with Dysfunctional Dad, Disto, sometimes Vandal. Last night we canceled because our schedules are kind of all over the place right now. Tuesdays, every Tuesday, we have Talking D&D at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Fridays, we do the War for Garaxia at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we'll see our host and DM, our gracious host.
Top villain again, Vandal.
Vandal Zero. Love you, buddy. And then Saturday night, 9:30ish, we're going to start our team night, and at 11 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, we have it premiering at 11 p.m. Eastern. Zombo Force 203, our musical episode. That's right. Dysfunctional Gaming did a musical. Award-winning lead actor of Zombo Force.
Disdo. No, it's Disdo. Disdo.
Are you going to be streaming?
One episode.
Are you going to be streaming this week?
Yes. Tomorrow I have campaign prep. Thursday is Thanksgiving. Friday the fiance works, and then we have D&D. I'll probably stream before we play D&D. Okay. Saturday, more. It's probably gonna be a lot of campaign prep. That's gonna be on my stream. I'm probably gonna switch to D&D like week on, week off, and then play video games.
If you like talking D&D with GM Pat's Nasty, you get to talk more D&D with GM Pat's Nasty.
Last time I was streaming, I was prepping for the Underdark. They made it out of the Velkenvive. Hey, they didn't die. None of the prisoners died either.
Good on them.
Well, they still have stool. I'm waiting for them to get murdered. That one to get murdered.
Put him in a protective baggie or something.
The Bjorn didn't work. What are you doing this week? Are you gonna play some Metal Gear? You were playing some Metal Gear on Sunday.
I played a little bit of Metal Gear on Sunday. I was so tired on Sunday night. I played for an hour and I said I had to stop. I was like yawning within the first like 30 minutes. I had to stop. I was like, I'm sorry. I felt bad because I only had an hour of stream. I was like, man, this is bad. But no, I plan on playing for a while tomorrow, and I might even start early during the day. So we'll see how much I get done tomorrow. I started the game as Snake. I did a thing on a tanker as him. I end up dying, which is part of the story. And then you start playing as Raiden.
Bitch ass Raiden.
But you're not. The thing about Raiden is he's not a bitch ass.
He's not.
He's
not
fucking
Snake.
He's not Snake, but he's a fucking dude, bro. If you can, well, we'll see, because when we get to Metal Gear 4 on the PS3 version, the one that came out, Raiden is the fucking dude.
Here's my issue, because when I played that game as a kid, I was like, oh, fucking Metal Gear Solid 2, I'm gonna play as Snake, because it didn't show fucking who's he what in the goddamn trailer, and I bought the game for, I don't know, it was $55 at that point, played about a half hour, and I'm this fucking dude, I don't even know who. Fuck you, Kojima, you bait and switch motherfucker. It's still a good goddamn game. But when I was 13, you're gonna get it now because I have a camera, you motherfucker.
So if you
baby, no, Kojima's a dick, baby. Fuck you, Kojima.
If you Oh man, I messed up. I forgot what I was gonna say now.
DD, you should fix that right now.
You would have known that it was gonna be Raiden, because all of the fucking VR missions that you had to do as him, that was him.
Fucking hang on, let me drink the rest of my beer.
Hold on. I'll drink enough water for both of us.
Fucking dick baby.
Oh, dick baby. So yeah, I'll be back tomorrow playing some Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty.
Great game. I just
got through most of the tutorial, so.
You don't play as Snake. The entire game, I'm just going to let you know. Watch the trailers. They bait and switch you motherfuckers. God damn it. I got a bubbly. I'm out of beer, Kingly. I don't want to. No. Get it.
You should save those points so you can get a line in Zombo Force, bro. You can get in at the ground floor.
That's what I'm saving up for right now.
You can get in at the ground floor because we haven't gone much higher than the ground floor yet.
Oh, look at that. Vandal's got a line in Zombo Force. Hey, Vandal.
I've already recorded my line in Zombo Force. They haven't put it in yet, but I got it recorded.
If you want, I can do the Kojima
I said, hey,
rant
it's me,
once
Thundercat.
again.
That's my line.
Blarg, I'm a zombie. Blah. I'm gonna
zombie
all over you.
Thundercat. Yes,
Fuck,
Fuzzrab.
Baker.
Yes. We need
The
that.
sultry Scottish tones of Fuzzrab. I can't wait. All I need is to do it. Do it. You won't.
Jesus. No, please don't do it.
No, do it. You won't. Don't listen to him. Listen to me. You won't do it. I dare you. I triple dog dare you.
I mean,
Yeah.
do it. Yeah.
You won't even do one. I don't know. I'm sorry. I've gone crazy.
We don't mean it. I don't want to. We're not yelling at you. We're sorry. We love all of our friends and followers. We don't. I know. That's yeah.
I don't care.
Now I'm sad. Oh.
They'll just start giving it to random people.
Yeah, we
It's
got
a
enough
gift sub
followers.
lottery.
All right.
Andrew will get a sub.
Let's go over to.
That was me firing Bell.
Yeah,
Go
we
ahead.
know.
Clap
We
back.
got it. We
Don't
get
start
it.
with me.
Yeah,
Brother,
you're messing with the wrong person over there.
I'm a Kojima. I'll take all my frustrations out on you. Then I can get shakaroni. See, look. Vandal can get the shakaroni and spam it everywhere.
He doesn't even use his Prime sub to sub.
No, that's because he look at what you could do. If you sub to me and then you sub to Dysfunctional Gaming, you can lick the shakaroni. Look at it. You can lick it. Sorry.
If you sub to me and to Shaq, you can kiss the shakaroni.
Okay. Wait, hold on, wait.
You can Thundy smooch it.
You can if you sub to Thundercat and you sub to Dysfunctional Gaming and you sub to Patch, you can be really excited that you just kissed the shakaroni.
Yes!
Score!
All right, we need to find someone to rate
All
to.
right,
It's
we're
been
done.
going on way too long.
Twitch.tv/GMPatchNasty, Twitch.tv/Thundercat0420, Twitch.tv/Dysfunctional Gaming TTV, Patreon, look for the squid, Dysfunctional Gaming TTV, all the things. If you look for the squid, it's probably us, especially if you hear Yosef. It's definitely us. Where are we going?
We're gonna go see
Randy left another note.
Hold on. I don't want to even hear it yet. Let me get us over to our ending screen. You can read the note and then introduce. All right. Okay, hold on. What's the note say?
He says that he's off to teach potions at Hogwarts for me for the next 2 semesters for Mr. Potter. And he'd like me to do the raid tonight.
Thank you. Go for it. You're ready to go.
Hold
Rickman.
on. I was very unprepared for this.
All right, let me cancel the raid.
Okay. Well, now I've got the lyrics in front of me. I would love to continue for you.
Go for it. After you, Mr. Allen.
Sailing away. Set an open course for the Verdant Sea. Because I've got to be free. Free to face the life that's ahead of me. On board, I'm the captain. So climb aboard. We'll search for tomorrow on every shore, and I'll try. Oh Lord, I'll try to carry on.
Stop.
I look to the sea. Reflections in the waves spark my memory. Some happy, some sad. I think of childhood friends and the dreams we had. We'll live happily forever. So the story goes. But somehow we've missed out on that pot of gold. But we'll try best that we can to carry on.
Fuck you so my heart.